It's the, here we are, Wednesday, 26th of the 6th, 2019. I'm looking at pound USD. I'm starting on the weekly chart. I don't know why I can't zoom in or out on that one up there, so I'm going to do it down this way. So I'm just going to zoom out one more zoom. I have this top trend line, which is mirroring the 200 week MA. They seem to be going along pretty well together. So we got that downtrend there, which dates right back to, crikey, when's that? 2014. Two touch there, I'll call that a two touch in 17. So that's where we are with that. I've got this bottom raising trend line from that's 2016 low, the 2017 low, and pretty much the 2018 low, although this particular candle had actually touched there on the 3rd of January of 2019. We're just down, pretty much touched it again here, just recently. So we've now had, this is the, how many weeks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the 6th week, and looks like it's going to maintain in this area down here. So that's where we are at the moment. It seems to be just going top to bottom, top to bottom, top to bottom, can just trade at that range. So that's where we are at the moment. My Jimmy R is bearish. We have red bar after red bar after red bar. It's below the signal bar, and it's also below the waterline. So we are definitely bearish on this one. However, we're at the bottom of here. This level has held for 6 weeks, as I say, and we've got that trend line also. So despite the fact that it is so very bearish, we can't sell it here unless you wanted to sell off the top of that trend, off the top of that zone there on the smaller time frames, which we'll look at now. Also the stochastics, the 1 week stochastics, they are oversold and they have turned up, and we have had a crossover, so I'll be watching them as well. But at the moment we're just in the zone here. Having a look at the daily with the monthly pivots, boy, haven't done much at all, have we? Just doing nothing pretty much. So we're on our way down again. This has just turned over from the oversold. The stochastics are bullishly divergent. So that's something, and so we've got several bullish bars which are getting narrower, heading upwards towards the waterline, which will tell us that the MAs are getting closer together and looking for a crossover. So I'll be watching that also, but at the moment we are coming down. Because we're in a range, Fibonacci levels shouldn't really matter. My thing is, Fibonacci's don't matter when you're in a range until they matter, by which I mean I generally find if you go from the bottom to the top of the range, to the bottom of the range, to the top of the range, when they do go over the breakout, they often do a Fibonacci reversal and then head straight back and crash through. That's my limited experience, and you may see here our top of the range at the moment is a monthly central pivot. It's also the 55 daily MA, which we've just come off recently. So a possible scenario here is back down to this level here, which you could consider a left and a right shoulder with a head in the middle. So we could be coming down here for an inverted head and shoulders, back down to here, which would be pretty close to the 618, and then a move north. That would probably be another complete stochastic cycle, maybe down to that trend line there on the stochastics. I think I'm the only one I know of that uses trend line on stochastics. I don't know if it works or not, but I watch it and I'll take it from there. As we can see with this, we have bullish divergence on the stochastics and on the Jimmy R. Actually, this is the daily. That shouldn't be that Jimmy R. That should not be there. So I'm going to get rid of that. Shouldn't be there. Delete, and we will get rid of this. Get rid of it in one hit, I guess. Stochastics delete indicator. Right. So another option would be down to, well, if you have a look at this, just below the 618, which is a large retracement, I must admit. that would be round about the shoulder of the bottom of the shoulder. So that would give us the monthly M2 for next month. We have, what will be Wednesday, so we got tonight, and then 2 more trading sessions. So we got 2.5 trading sessions, kind of. We'll say 3 for the rest of this month. So that may, if we get down to here, probably towards Friday, we're on this level. You'd have to think about buying this, I think, off that off the M2 for the next month's M2, and then we'll be looking for a run up to there. So at the moment, looking ahead, our possible trade plan will be down to here and up to there. That's a possibility. Right, we'll go down to the daily and see how that fits in. Down to the 4 hourly, have a look at the monthly weekly pivots. Wow, what a mess. Lucky I understand it all. Get rid of those MAs. I'll put on the 4 hourly MAs. There they are there. Well, look at this. We got 200, 21, 55, 5 and 8, all around about there. That tells us it's just going sideways. So those things are useless, not even worth having. So, what's going on here? We're down the bottom there, that's that divergence that we're thinking about going down to, zoom out. So that's the level we're thinking of going down to by Friday. So we're thinking of getting down to, well, it may kind of work because it will be down to this week's, right? Is it this week's S1? Yeah, that is right. So this week's S1, which will be perfect. So if we get down to this week's S1, support 1 by Friday or even Thursday, then we could look at a buy from this and take it north. That would be, so we're looking at weaker pound and heading up. Stochastics are well oversold. You had a divergence here which no longer applies. There's your divergence because we missed it. Clear divergence there, and this up like that, but we've missed that. It's gone, long gone. So get rid of those ones. Not doing us any good at the moment, but we missed that divergence. But we are looking at this rolling up. It could easily get down there, and that the stochastics still remain below, as you can see from here. I mean, that rolled over there. It's kind of where we are on this one now, pretty much the same level. Isn't that interesting? Then it kind of crawled along the bottom, but the price actually dropped significantly. So we could be having the same thing here. So despite the fact that it's oversold now, it could easily get down to here, down to the S1, which is the level we're thinking of. So that's kind of that one. Give me a look at the 1 hour, see if I can pick up something on the daily. So a daily for tomorrow, nothing really happened here. It's on the calendar tonight. A little bit of US oil stuff. We've got a daily speech. £1 USD, would they give us USD strength? May well do. Nothing else there. Pound, Euro, USD, GDP, US GDP there. And what day am I up to now? Friday, here we are. And that's about it. There's no British stuff there, so we know what goes on with British. The pound, it's all about Brexit, so anything's possible there. So possible, see how we look at this morning, whether we can take that down and back up to the M3 or the central pivot and back down. This would be an important level there if we break through there. Yeah, okay, that's about it, but that's what I'm looking at here. We're looking at a break either further up out of this range down here, and we'll see what happens there. So it's either got to break above here or it's got to break below. There's our trend line down there. If that breaks there, we'll have to remember that's a big break because of that long-term trend line. Okay, that's it for the pound dollar as of Wednesday the 26th.